Yeah. Yeah.
Sideburns, bitch.
We be in the cave getting hella faded. Just call my ex, she say I'm a trade bit. Kiss put the video on play bit. Burns got the beats to the heat. I'm Jay, I got the voice for the freaks. B got the bars, make your heart streak. You ain't never heard of us. And Webster's, that should be a word for us. That's too iconic, bionic. This shit is timeless. Staging hip-hop wars, we dropping bombs, bit. We dropping gems too. Used to work out up in gyms too, but slacked off big time. Ain't no big timer, but I'm talking big time. You know I'm talking big shit. I'm writing big rhymes. Shout out to L Spitter, cause he a real nigga. And if y'all ain't fucking with this classless shit, then consider yourself a classless bitch. What's the word, homie? Have you heard it? What's the verdict? What's the word, homie? Or what's the word, homie? Or what's the word, homie? Hey, what's the word, homie? Or what's the word, homie? What's the word, homie? Hey, what's the word? Yeah.
What's the word?
Hey, yo, what's the word? And I'm Kiz Calhoun, and I'm back in the building for another episode. What's good? Joining me this episode, as usual, D-John.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy D-John back in the building for What's the Word another week.
And tonight we got a special guest in the building. The man behind all the instrumentals, all the beats behind the music, the legendary Sideburns.
She couldn't even get it together.
Oh, y'all, what y'all doing? You know, what's popping? What's jam with it?
He said, "What y'all doing?" Bitch, like he talking to him on the phone.
Well, as you can see how lit we is, that's how you know it's gonna be a good episode. This segment. D-John, tell us a little bit about the main hot, tea that you got sizzling for us later on. Just a little bit. Don't spill all of it. Just tell them a little bit. Just tell them a little bit.
So I'm not gonna say too much about tonight's tea, but we will be talking, of course, about Nipsey Hussle and the Getaway Driver. That has a lot to do with this. So we're gonna talk more about that person, and then Chris Brown, of course, is in some hot water,
Sizzling.
but that's nothing new. So we're gonna talk about Chris Brown. Then we're gonna also talk about Moniece Slater, am I saying it right? Slaughter, whatever. Delivers a message to Lil Fizz and April Jones about the relationship. So we're gonna talk about that as well.
Don't tell them no more tea. Don't tell them no more tea.
I'm not giving them the.
Wait for that lipstick.
I'm just giving them like the headlines about who it is, and of course we're gonna talk about Lil Nas X. And then Kimora Lee.
You basically telling them all the tea.
But I'm not telling them what it is about. I'm telling them who we're talking about in the tea. Okay?
We ain't trying to spill the beans because y'all got.
Look, don't double team me.
All that's cool and all though, but all that's great though. But we'll get back to that.
But this episode.
Don't shade me. Do not shade me.
This definitely is an episode that is for the culture. Definitely got to do this episode. Shout out to Ghoulmine. She was the intro for this episode. For the What's the Word, and we're gonna be playing a lot of her music throughout the show. But since we got hip hop on our mind, let's go on ahead and give the people what we're gonna talk about today, and that's what's our views on the hip hop culture today. And do you believe this generation of hip hop is influenced heavily by drug culture? And who do you believe has influenced the new wave of hip hop music? And right after that, we're going to do a little battle between hip hop in the 90s versus the new hip hop. And I saw a post about Tupac versus Triple X, so I know a lot of people want to voice their opinion about this. Then also we're going to talk about depressions and the downfalls of losing people or the losing hip-hop artists so young before they could get their time. So let's just go on ahead and jump into it. So what's your views basically on, hip hop culture? What do you believe? Who you believe influenced hip hop the most?
The South.
The
South and New York and Cali. Some parts of Cali. Different genres, different times of the years, probably say early New York hip hop and early West Coast hip hop, early 2000s to now then the South. The South been having.
I agree with him. I think the South does influence a lot of in hip hop today. You have a lot of mainstream artists that are using a lot of bounce samples, and we consider bounce to be rap. It's basically that. There's similarities with it. So the South is running things when it comes to influencing music and hip hop right now.
What's funny? The whole bounce sounds from New York. People don't even know that.
Really? I didn't know that. Didn't know that.
But we took it over. We made it into something else.
They made it our shit.
Yeah.
Give me our shit.
And that Trigger Man beat definitely come from New York. A lot of people. Shout out to them.
I think hip hop is going in a good direction. We see I'm sure a lot of people disagree, but we have a lot of young, up and coming artists that are, just doing their thing.
Who do you believe?
To me, that's doing their thing the most.
Just to you, who you believe is influencing the culture right now? Who got the juice?
To be honest with you, I'm not gonna.
Just pick somebody.
That's a hard one. To me, I would have to say
the subgenres.
We talking about
rap,
hip hop.
Hip hop, period.
Hip hop, every genre. Who?
Trap shit.
That's a hard one. See, I don't listen to him, so I don't.
I don't know. All these niggas got guns, calling niggas ops. Oh, she a thot right there,
Heavily influenced, definitely. If it would have been for Chief Keef, there wouldn't be rappers like Young Boy and stuff like that. It would. The new wave of trap wouldn't have
I'm about to say. So since we are saying
that.
Heavy influencers, as far as quoting things and stuff like that. I mean, you have the City Girls. They have a big influence on just about every fucking body. Mm-hmm. You have Meg Thee Stallion. She's up and coming. She has, a hot girl summer, hot boy summer. You know what it is. Period.
Ride the boat.
Who else?
It's a lot.
The Baby is coming. A lot of people are really on him as well.
One person y'all forgot about to influence the culture the most, Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy started it. He did. To me, he did.
I'm about to fuck the whole game up. It wasn't really Soulja Boy influenced it, but Lil B put Soulja Boy on certain artists, and that's how Soulja Boy got.
But Lil B is after the fact when he come into the game. As far as him being influential when he first started, just coming out as a kid on YouTube. That's Soulja Boy. Yeah. Everybody, Drake copied lyrics. Beyonce copied his lyrics, but she paid it.
Soulja Boy was the GOAT. Soulja Boy the GOAT.
Soulja, you better give Soulja Boy his underground credit. He
get his credit.
He was the first one to go on all these websites, these social media sites. He made an account on every page. And he was the first nigga to make M's off that shit. So he the one that.
He changed the game. He was definitely an influencer.
But the bass guy.
You blocked. So why is you even supporting the bass guy?
I gotta give him his.
Who blocked you?
Lil B blocked.
Why?
Kevin Durant, bitch ass.
Oh, God.
He signed to go to state, and then he signed to go to state.
And he got blocked.
I'm still blocked.
I'm still blocked.
I reposted this song, Fuck Kevin Durant, and got blocked.
But
how the fuck you?
So
wait, he made a song called "Fuck Kevin Durant" and you reposted it and he blocked you.
Yeah.
He blocked.
But you was supporting what he said.
But he got blocked.
I got blocked.
So going into that, I mean, so who do you think influenced like this new wave of drug culture because it's like now it's like everybody popping
A
pills.
lot of people.
Like it's like a trend. Like
you could go back before that.
no, yeah,
Before
you can,
him.
like, but I'm talking about like now. It's like everyday people are being affected by it. Like I've worked with a lot of artists that are rappers, and in these circles, all they do is heavy drugs. Like if they not drinking lean before a show, I wouldn't even put weed because everybody smoke weed. But if they not drinking lean, I'll be and like, man, you got tramadol. Like they popping pills. Like when did we turn into this like generation of just pill poppers for like, especially in music? Because like a lot of these artists are ODing on heavy stuff. Like Lil Peep was a young little dude out of his prime, and he was popping Xans and OD. Like not even not just hip hop, but just like how it's influenced. Like look at Demi Lovato, she really a crackhead, you know.
Hey, I don't judge, but she was getting. hey.
But who influences this drug?
Wayne had everybody with the double cups. Wayne, he's the.
Wayne definitely.
I was gonna say Wayne, but I didn't want to. I don't know.
I mean, it is what it is. Not just that, it couldn't be just Lil Wayne. It's like Texas culture in general, just like syrup, lean. That stuff coming from Houston. You can't leave that shit out.
And the Memphis niggas and niggas in Philly been on that shit too hard. Like before they.
But who? Yeah, definitely Future. Definitely him with the.
Shit, you go back and say Beanie Siegel, he had Purple Rain.
Oh, hell yeah.
Say the Philly niggas too.
So it's like a lot of different people influence the culture of hip hop as far as drug culture.
Back in the day, they used to have certain songs, but now it's so they make it like catchy jingles with the good melodies, and little kids singing it. Oh, I gotta try that. He sounds good. He sounds happy when he's rapping about it. But other than that shit been going on. It's just more popularized and making it catchy.
Right.
Sound good.
Like it's cool. They influencing
And it's really not
it.
because I hate the new wave. Like I see everyday underground niggas on social media asking for it. Like y'all sound like crackheads.
But don't you think they're doing it to, I guess, just to fit in the in crowd per se?
That can be, but it definitely peer pressure do play a major part in it. But
the sessions and people offer me like drugs that I ain't fuck with. I'm like, nah, I just fuck with the drink.
No, thank you.
I've been on tour with artists that liquored up with. I watched them mix it, and I saw them take the pills too, and it's like. And they be flighting all night, like literally flight all night.
Lean push her to sleep.
No, these dudes. I mean, we never went to sleep. They was sleepy, but we was smoking and they was drinking. It was like they was acting more like crackheads than sleepy.
Oh, they tolerance must have been.
They tolerance very heavy. But right now, I want to dig a little bit into something that. Give us a little, fun with this topic. Basically is Tupac versus XXX. So you can't, but
period. Yeah, like I'm not even about to sit here and analyze that. Like
so according to a post on College Kid, right?
Shout out to College.
Somebody sent a post and shout out to them. Somebody sent the post and was like, Tupac was nowhere near as talented as XXX by any means. Tupac couldn't sing. Tupac couldn't make rock music. Tupac couldn't write poetry like X could. All Tupac did was open a door for hip hop. Yes, he's a legend, but X was far more talented in every aspect. Both X albums charted top 5 on Billboard's 200. His single "Sad" debut number 2 was an all-around artist, not just a rapper. I'm not disrespecting Tupac. he was a legend, but I hate hearing these ignorant comments about X. Do some research, open your mind, get out the past. R.I.P. X.
Get the fuck out of here. How you gonna say you not disrespecting him after you didn't say all? You just disrespected this man. The whole paragraph, and then you say no disrespect. To me, like, it's no comparison. Like, they are in two different lanes, and I hate when people they try to fact check and bring up the stuff about, oh, he got this and this and this and this and that. This is my thing. You could say who Sean John on a fucking song, and if it's catchy, it's gonna make it to number one on the billboards. That don't mean that you're better than somebody because you put out a hit. That's what it is. Tupac could have probably never had a number one single, this and this and that, but guess what? He was a heavy influencer. He was somebody that spoke very, very real, and he was very woke, and that's just how that young man was, you know. So there are comparisons with them, but to me,
to say one is better than the
right,
other.
but to say one is better than the other, that's bull. Like, no, that's very ignorant.
Triple X, his genre of music was goth rap.
Right.
It was different, right?
Punk rock hip hop. That was the whole thing in Florida. They had the whole little wave, all of them. Denzel Curry, I think. Yeah, Denzel Curry, and then like a few other ones. It was like a big Rob Banks, I think. There's like a whole bunch of them. They on that same type of wave. But Tupac, he'd give you that gangster shit, the shit that you want to motivate you to do some shit positive.
Right.
But the thing is, the Triple X, like the whole, first he came in the door, it was all negative. He was in jail when he first got popping. And now, you know, like towards like the few years of his life, he changed his life around because he always was going to jail, getting in the fights. He got buku fight videos on YouTube. He did certain shit
at concerts,
doing all type of crazy shit, but he left his mark on this world.
But to say he better and did more, way more, you can't compare.
You can't compare that.
Because if you could say that, it wouldn't be no. It's like it was a big contradictory, because if you're gonna say he opened the door, then you can't compare somebody who opened the door for somebody to pass through. That's just like say, oh, don't worry about him opening the door. I opened the door wider. Like, that sounds stupid. Like, yeah, X was great, but X was never... Me and my homeboy had a conversation about this. Like, every time I do these topics, I know it's going to be some kind of backlash about, you know, who's better than who. But I'm here to tell you, it's no competition to somebody who opened the door. And if you're going to say he opened the door, you can't say, oh, he didn't get to do... You gotta understand, he opened the door, meaning that's like disrespecting your ancestors. Like, fuck slavery. Like, it ain't like it is now. Like, yeah, it's like, brother, like, if he opened the door, that means stuff that's available to you now wouldn't even exist if he would have did it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, he did it. He opened the door, and then you putting them in two different genres. Tupac is a gangster rapper. X is not a gangster rapper, and you have to realize... You have to realize, though, Tupac was going to be who Tupac was, regardless of the music, because he came from an influential family background. Black Panthers. X might have been great, but Tupac could have been different things. He would have still been Tupac. He could have been an actor. He could have been an activist. He could have been anything if it wasn't just the music. You never know. Like, X is just a... X would not be here if it wouldn't been for Tupac coming in and being who he was. Not only that, that's like comparing Wayne to Tupac. Because Wayne, if it wouldn't have been for Tupac, there wouldn't be no Wayne. If it wouldn't have been for no Wayne, there wouldn't have been no X. Like, Wayne created that God rap stuff too. Like, he popularized it when he went to Miami. And he stayed out there. Why you think he a skater? Like, that skateboard, right? If you want to compare the two, you gotta put Lil Wayne in that category, and that's like saying X is better than Wayne, and you can't say X better than Wayne.
Right? Don't stretch and say. Don't try to stretch and put a legend against somebody that just came around.
That's like saying, yeah, my great grandchild better than my grandpa. Like how?
It's not a comparison at all.
At all. But look,
you could say that.
You could say that he left his mark.
That's all you can say.
That's all you can say. But
Right,
look,
period.
But look, we're gonna take a quick break, and here's a song from the artist that submitted to us the theme song Ghoulmine. Up there, shout out to Ghoulmine. Follow her at J Goalie and J. I'm gonna give you the social medias when we come back because I'm just eager to listen to the song. So rock out to this song, vibe out to this song. Up there by Ghoulmine. Yeah.
What the fuck you do up there? Have you found a new dude up there? Tell me who you screw up there. Why you gotta be rude, oh yeah. Cause when the summer come, you tryna come. Told you I'm your only one, you're number one. Put you in my lyrics, get a number one. And another one. And another one. And another one. And another one, and another one, and another one. I can still fuck you when you not in town. Cause you still listen to all of my sounds. All on the cloud. I just want that pussy, I don't want no cloud. Can't have a drop of your love, need an ounce. She listen to Goalie, she listen to Bounce. No Nicki Minaj, but I make her proud. This week got me dizzy, can't feel nothing now. But I still feel when you used to be in my house. I'm the Mickey to a Minnie Mouse. Do you remember when we used to lay on your couch? You switched on me, then you sold me out. Used to speak when you saw me out. The pictures we take, did you keep the frame? Stop playing these games, won't be the same. But we needed change. Yeah, we needed some change. To find a new us, to find a new lane. If you sleeping with her, you sleep with a lame. You'll thank me later for this, but no Drake. You say that I scarred you and caused you some pain, but it seems that she's still doing the same. Maybe a Leo, but you not a main. Don't make me say this shit over again. Cause when the summer come, you tryna come. Told you I'm your only one, you're number one, you're number one. Put you in my lyrics, get a number one, and another one, and another one.
Cause he's my only one, he's my only one, he's my trade. Yeah! I like that song, Ghoulmine. Shout out to Ghoulmine. Up There was the name of that song. We back from the break. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope y'all enjoyed the conversation we was talking about. But if you hadn't had a chance to hear we was talking about Triple X being better and more influential than Tupac, which is not even very stupid.
Very stupid.
Like that's like comparing Jesus to Jesus, like Judas.
That's probably
like,
not
really
one Tupac song.
Right. That's like when, remember, shout out to Baller Brand. We getting big Baller Brand, and that's all day you remember.
No, shout out to.
But that's like when he said that Nas wasn't like, dude, like Nas is like,
that ain't the GOAT, man.
Like he's the GOAT, very underrated at that.
Drop so. Then this month on the 19th, y'all gonna contact, y'all gonna support him. Shout out to Massey Pill.
Definitely it built, but
shout out to Nas.
But that's just like the dumbest comparison. Like, come on. But there's something a little bit more serious. We're gonna talk about the bad things that come with the unfortunate situations with hip hop. Some people mental is not up there to deal with the lifestyle and stuff that comes with the job title. So depression is like one of the leading things in hip hop that's hitting a lot of these, and not just depression, but overdosing and murder. Mental health is very vital in the hip hop community. I think it definitely needs to be taken in, right? Because these artists are like getting killed and killing themselves at a higher rate than dying at old ages. And some of these kids be like in their early 20s. Like I said, Lil Peep overdosed on fake Zambars at 21. And he was so influential for a kid. Like, I'm 29 and he already was doing things that I've been doing far longer. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, when he died, that took me for a loop. Because I didn't really know him, but when everybody started mentioning him, I'm like, I think I've heard a couple of his songs, and I was like, damn, that kid died. Like, he was going hard. And then, of course, you know, Mac Miller died, and they not trying to rule it as like a suicide thing, but it was more like he was severely depressed. He overdosed though, but he did go through a number after that breakup with Ariana Grande. That's why. Then yeah, of course,
a lot of stuff triggered it.
A lot of stuff contribute
and
to it.
I really believe like they just go through their everyday, you know, things of being human beings. Like, you know, we have to realize that, you know, they're normal people just like how we are, right? So
and they do need
when
a break.
they do need a break. They're surrounded by paparazzi and the tabloids and media like all the time. So it does, you know, take a loop on people.
Yeah, I mean, Kanye West is a good example of this too, because like when he got fat from being like out of aloof for long, like people like made fun of him. And it's like, damn,
he was going through
these people
it.
do the greatest music for us to jam to, listen to, and it's like they can't win for losing.
But see what gets me with that, with people. We all go through that. We get depressed and we eat to feed off of that. And maybe that's the exact same thing that he was doing. So it's like he do that and y'all see him looking like, you know, like a normal person. Is like he gets bashed, and they have to understand that this man is still coping with, you know, the death of his mom and stuff like that. So that stuff still takes a toll on him. So, you know, maybe that was something that it was a coping mechanism. You know, he ate, you know, to just cope with, you know, not having her around. So it's crazy. It is so crazy. And I like and I'm glad that we brought that up. I like the fact that Wendy Williams has she has the hotline for like people that are going through, you know, certain things, you know. And it's okay, you know, if you need that type of help to call. And I think we need more things like that, you know, for people to be able to talk to somebody when they're not feeling okay, you know, because like I always say, we don't know what people are going through behind closed doors.
Right.
And it's just so evident to think that they're so happy and they're, you know, and doing really good, and the inside they're dying, you know, they're screaming for help.
I mean, Whitney Houston's that is a one that you could label as a severe depression and overdose of depression. Like when she died, nobody expected her to die. Like it wasn't like, oh, she was doing bad. Like she was at the height of getting her life together, and that's what everybody was seeing. And then all of a sudden, boom, she dead in the tub. Like from an overdose. And it's like our greatest stars going through this severe depressive state, and they can't get out of it, and they turn to drugs. I'm like, we need to figure out ways to help our artists, because at the end of the day, they still human.
A lot of times it be life shit too, just like rest in peace Fredo Santana. He was saying he was sipping a lot of lean just to numb the pain from the streets and seeing shit and seeing his friends die and all this and that.
It's like a little bit of PTSD throughout their personal life, and it's like they can't get away from it. It's like it's like you stuck in a a matrix and you reliving things all over again. You can't run from it, so you turn to drugs. And that's why I hate when like people do interviews on these big name TV shows, these platforms, and they bash like people that do drugs, and I be like, they don't really talk about what they go through, and they always so quick to criticize like drugs and tell us to stay away from it, but they don't say, well, I see why large numbers of people are on this type of drug, because this type of drug give them the euphoria they need to numb the pain. I mean, the largest number of people that's on drugs is people who live in poverty and are living paycheck to paycheck, and that could be middle class people too, because you could live in a lifestyle that you once could afford, and then things happen and got tight,
right?
And now you live into where you budgeted every move you make. I mean, we could all contest to that. I believe sometime in our lives we felt like we had it and then we lost it, and then it changes you. You know what I'm saying? Some people turn to drinking and some people turn to pills. And I guess that's why a lot of the hip-hop community right now is on pills, because a lot of people are going through something and nobody wants to talk about it.
So them niggas be on that shit, don't remember shit.
Don't remember nothing at all.
Fucking numb.
And they just living through it. And it's just sad.
Yeah, I suffer from depression too all the time. I just try to talk to like my close friends, family, try to keep everybody around me. You know what I'm saying? But that shit ain't no hope.
That's why I'm always asking. That's why I'm always asking my friends, like, are y'all good? You know, how y'all doing? Like, how y'all day going? You know, and I'm not expecting them to always be honest with me, because I know some people just don't like to express how they're feeling. You know, you may get something out of them where they're like, well, I'm not feeling, you know, good this day. Fuck, we all go through it. I know I go through it. Some days I wake up and it's just like, bitch, another day. Lord.
But
so it's crazy.
It's definitely something that we need to start taking into consideration, having more outreach for these artists to go to be able to vent without
just for people, period. I post stuff all the time about like trying to better yourself, and you know, the hotlines every now and then.
Upliftment, more upliftment. But it's also the environment. Like if you are living in an environment where you're not seeing it, we're from New Orleans East Side, you know, and there's really not much out here. So of course they're gonna have a lot of artists who are out here that feel like there's nothing out here in New Orleans. Feel like, damn, I'm never gonna make it because fuck, this artist on and he ain't even doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a mental mind thing that you gotta right. So let's switch gears a little bit to like crime. How crime has plagued the hip hop community. I mean, we talked about Tupac, we talked about X. There was 2 artists that are murdered. It's just, to me, it's just very sad because it's like they great in their own right, and it's like now we gotta listen to their music and they no longer here. I'll say in comparison to X and Tupac, they both are prophets that saw into their own life future regardless of their past, because they both did bad things. That's both led them with choices that they chose and led them to their own demise. So in comparison to them both, it's like he was the godfather and he was the son. They both died though. It's like, why we can't have artists like that live on and not be dead? It's like all our good artists are good prophets die young.
And I think it's like what you said, and I don't necessarily always think that it's like some of the choices that they made, because you have instances where, you know, like you said, they turn their lives around and things like that, but you still have people that hate. Right. They just hate on them, and then it's like they take their lives because they don't like some of the things that they say are influencing positivity on other people, waking them up and getting them to realize about the things that are going on around us. So that could be a issue as well.
Yeah, that's definitely an issue.
Some people don't like good energy. You know, sometimes you put out that good energy, motherfuckers that's negative be like, oh, such and such, and they like, oh, they gotta get rid of that shit. But the thing is with like the Triple X thing, you know, his cousin that he went to the shop with, he had pictures with the killers on Instagram. before he got killed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, Nipsey Hussle was closing it to the person who supposedly killed him.
And that's from the same gang. He was in Hustle in the House video.
So it's like,
that would be.
and even like Young Greatness in our own city. Like when he died, it was like, why he even was shot? Like, and it was over some of the stupidest stuff. It's like,
That's how it be just the people. Like most niggas that get killed in New Orleans be the niggas they know.
Most of the time when you get killed, it's
people that you know. People that's really close to your right hand man be the one that take you out.
Over jealousy or, nigga felt played, dumb shit. Some shit.
And you can't shy away. You cannot shy away from how the LGBTQ community also is affected by murder and gun violence, because Kevin Ferret was shot in Puerto Rico 8 times. He was a gay hip hop artist that was like open. He was hot out there. They shot him 8 times. Like,
just like going back to what?
On a motorbike, assassin style. Like they rolled up on him and shot him.
Like going back to what I was saying. It's just the way people, the positivity that they put out on people. A lot of people don't understand it, and they don't want to understand it. So you know what they do? They do what they have to do in the scene.
It be mostly the stuff you put yourself into, the stuff you surround yourself around, that ultimately leads you to your death. Every decision you make ultimately leads you to your demise, or it definitely is a cause and effect. But we could ramble on and on about hip hop, the Persian states, the debts, who better than who. But one thing we can't shy off from is this tea that's coming up. So when we gonna come back, we're gonna talk about a whole bunch of hot Lipton tea. We're gonna talk about, of course, the getaway driver that is trying to seek, protection after she done told everything about everything she trying to tell about the thing. Sideburns, chill, wait for the tea. We also got Chris Brown. Of course, he done they got some controversy with him. They also got this tea with April and Lil Fizz, and of course Lil Nas X. And then, honey, we got this Kimora Lee give the Kardashians some advice on how to handle their situation. So we're gonna come back. Yeah, their situation. So we come back. Here go another hit from Ghoulmine. This is Vibe City. I hope y'all enjoy this one. Holla.
What's the word?
Run it up, backside. I need a vibe. Spend the whole midnight with you. I just want to vibe with you. Won't you let me lay inside of you? Show you what I could do. Let me spend time with you. Let me ride around with you. Baby, so aligned with you. So aligned with you. We was in the if she abused you mentally. I don't wanna leave it. I think about you all the time. You out of sight, but never out my mind. Can't get you out my mind where the time goes.
What's up, everybody? We're back. We're back, and it is now time for that piping hot tea that we promised y'all since the beginning of the episode. So we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into it. So this first topic is coming straight from the Shade Room. Shout out to everybody at theshaderoom.com. So, getaway driver and fatal shooting of Nipsey Hussle offered police protection after claiming she fears for her life. So, the woman who drove the getaway car in the fatal shooting of the late Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, has been granted immunity for her testimony in the case. Following her testimony, which will be used to help put away Nipsey's accused killer, she claims that she is terrified she will be the victim of retaliation. As a key witness, police are reportedly going all out to protect her, according to TMZ_TV. Shout out to TMZ. According to grand jury testimony, an LAPD detective claimed that the woman, identified only as witness one in court docs, expressed grave concern for her safety on multiple occasions. The detective said he investigated her claims and found numerous legitimate threats made against the woman. The detective added that with her face and license plate making their rounds on social media, the LAPD decided it was very important, quote unquote, to place her under their protection and possibly move her into hiding. It wasn't immediately clear if she actually accepted the offer for protective custody during this case. Following the shooting, descriptions of the woman's physical appearance and her vehicle were also on the internet, giving vigilant clues to track her down. In her grand jury testimony, the woman said she was hanging out with Eric Holder, the man accused of murdering Nipsey, on March 31st. When they pulled up to the Marathon Clothing Strip Mall, she said Holder instructed her to park and wait behind the strip mall, and then she saw him pull out a black semi-automatic handgun. Before getting out of the car, Holder allegedly ran through an alley to the front of the store and fired several shots at Nipsey and others before hopping in the woman's car. The woman also testified that she was in a romantic relationship with Holder. We continue to pray for Nipsey's family and fans as they seek justice for his immediately dead. Stay here for any updates, roommates. So what y'all think about that?
I mean, you already heard how Sideburns feel. Like we didn't even get to the part where you was telling us more about it, and he was already hyped and ready to give his 401k. But you know how I feel. Like, I mean, it's like, it's sad.
There's nothing else to say about it.
But at the same time, like, when you see something that's about to go down, you try to talk him out. But I saw something on internet before the show, and it was saying, like, she told police right after it happened, but police turned her away. That's what I did.
I did see that too.
I saw that she did come forward right after it and try to say, like, what happened, but they turned her away. But I don't know. Like, it all in all, this is something that could have been all the way avoided, you know. We just talked about, like, how is the consequences and everything you put into, like, everything you do. Like, was it that serious for you to come drive him to this place knowing that he had a gun on him? Like, if you know somebody crazy like that, would you come do that? Like, you could have pulled out before that nigga got out of the car. Hit that nigga with a car or some shit.
Right. She could have easily avoided it. But now that they're saying, that she claims that her and the guy were in a romantic relationship, it makes sense. So love is blind.
And it will take over.
Exactly. So
shout out to
she had a feeling that she knew that he was about to go and do something. So the love that she had for this man, she's going to ride for him.
No.
But the
No, I'm not.
I know what you mean, but I'm like, baby, no.
Baby girl, what is you doing?
What is you doing?
I read the same article, right?
And they were saying that she hit him by her people's house and then she put him in a hotel room under her name.
Like, so you did a lot of stuff after
Right.
it. Now you in fear for your life. Now you want to talk.
Now you want
and
talk.
Now you want to get amused.
Now you want to talk.
Oh no, baby.
Type way, like, motherfucker, you was more involved than that nigga. You brought him back.
Like, you did a lot of stuff to keep him.
Like, come on.
Like,
What happened to you?
Charlie. Anyways, girl, I hope, whatever.
Whatever happens.
Moving on to Chris Brown and this hot water that he's in. Chris Brown, why can't you just shut your mouth sometimes? So, Chris Brown's album Indigo just dropped, and people have some questions about one of the 30 songs on the album, Need a Stack. So this is coming from the Shade Room as well. In the song, Chris says he, and I quote, only fuck with the bitch. Fuck with the black bitches with the nice hair. And people have questions as to what exactly he's entitling. So, the Shade Room has some quotes from, some responses from, fans, black women, they have questions about it. So one person says, so I've been a Chris Brown fan for at least half of my life. In his recent song from his album, Need a Stack, he said, I only fuck with black bitches with nice hair, and I just wanted to know, what is nice hair? ? Then another girl says, serious questions. I really want some explanation on the whole Chris Brown comment with the only loving black girls with nice hair. How is this so offensive? They trash women all day in rap songs, and girls are mad about a hair comment ? I'm just really not seeing the race card here. Then another fan said, Chris Brown taking a jab at black women in his new song. Why am I not surprised? Chris Brown has never been an uplifter for the sisters, quote unquote, yet black women have always protected him. Next. As soon as men have a preference, this is from another person, all want to get emotional and slander us, but women can be picky and specific as fuck. And nobody bats an eye.
Can I get my 401k?
Can you wait? Get out y'all feelings about what Chris Brown said. I don't know if y'all got the memo, but black men like natural women head to toe. So it's a lot. I'ma let Kiss give her 401k since she's raising her hand like a little child sitting in a classroom.
Okay. So it's like you damn if you do, damn if you don't. It's
Right.
a current situation. But it's like this is why
Better
when
the
you are,
sexes.
well, when you are an influencer, natural influencer, you have to be mindful of the words you keep. Like, we talked this about the show. Like, people know when you say, I only want to fuck with black bitches with good hair. Like, first of all, as a man, you degrading your own race of women when you say that. Like, it's bad enough. Like, hip hop in general is just all grunful and degrading already on both ends.
Yeah.
On both ends, but at the same time, like, good hair, in history and then just in general aspect of how the world perceives black women. We just now been able to wear our natural hair to workplace or just not being natural and
On college campuses.
Right. It's like good hair could be natural hair too in a sense, and it could be just, I think he meant like not naturally, like
Right.
with that 12 pack of silk and 17 at the Chinatown. Like, I guess.
And that's what I think one of the
that's what
girls
he
was
meant.
saying. That's why she was questioning it. She didn't jump at assumptions.
We get it, but it's like,
Yeah.
it's like you gotta still be mindful of the words you use because people already felt discrimination when you say nice hair. Like, what you mean by that?
So they're gonna automatically think long hair down to your back, straight.
And then not only that, like when a dude said the last person you just said before that, he was like, soon as a man have a preference, like that's not really, that's a preference, but that's a preference towards an insult. Like it's different. Like nobody's saying they don't want no black. They ain't discriminating against black men. If you ain't got a big dick, then I don't fuck with black men. Even though they say that, they don't say that out loud. Like they don't say that blatantly to disrespect men. It's always men in lyrics talking about fuck bitches, fuck hoes, and it's like, damn, here you come with your hottest song with you only fuck. You know people gonna go tripping. I ain't tripping because my hair always on point, so I know he ain't talking about me. But, you know, because what's up? Keisha with the sewing to the side, you can see the glue. I guess that's what he mean. But I pulled up some tea if you want to read it from Tokyo. I saw.
Yeah. So Tokyo.
Yeah, but Sideburns, get your 401k in on it.
Chris said on that, right? You know, in the ad, you can say I can bang some women. You can say, you know, but every man has their type. But if you're a person of influence, you got eyes watching. You can't really be saying, oh, I only like bitches with good hair. You know, every man got their type. You know, I like all women, but certain females, like nigga, mouth get water and shit. But
it's so many different ways he could have chose that
right
bar. It's like you could have said so much instead of just that one line. I pulled it up for you on.
Right, but we know how this dude is, Lord. But Tokyo
like
Vanity,
who is stalking all his exes. So like, of course we know
y'all. It shouldn't be surprising. Okay. But Tokyo Vanity, I'm sure y'all know who she is. She's from Love and Hip Hop, right?
Shout out to Tokyo.
Shout out to Tokyo. So she had something to say about his comments in the song. So she says, at Chris Brown Official, even though I'm blocked, laughing my ass off, nigga, it probably took y'all 4 years to find a dark-skinned girl in his section. Y'all talking about one chick who he let in his section in Atlanta. I'm talking about the rules he had in his section in LA. My nigga, I'm not bashing him cause I don't give a F and his preference, because in life we all have preferences and are entitled to like what we like. But keep it 100, Slime left my ass off at the club in LA. His section rules was no dark-skinned girls, and his security made sure they let the bees know about and enforce that. My homegirl was there that night with her other friends. They let her friends in and stopped her, and his security said no darkies, quote unquote. Like a man, stand on what you say and how you feel. Don't renege because you're being bashed. That ain't gangster. I'm sure your fans will rely my message, since all y'all fans are taking in my DM with fake receipts. Side note, girl, I was about to say slide. Side note, I ain't never been known for lying on no nigga.
So that was.
You know what I get about when people comment stuff? Proofread your stuff before you post it. Because I found several. No, she need the.
But you knew what she meant.
I know what she meant, but she need the damn edit her
That's
post.
when you write, when you really
you angry.
Speak your piece, you gotta let everybody know, like, because don't get it twisted. He probably have those rules in place, because we know all of his girlfriends ain't dark-skinned girlfriends, and you can't count Rihanna, because Rihanna is not that dark. She is very light-skinned. She is very caramel complected. But we not discriminating against races, because all of his girlfriends, exes, are beautiful women, no matter the color of their skin or the content of their character. Martin Luther King. But still, you know, be mindful of the lyrics you choose to put in your music, because somebody is going to be hurt by everything you said, because people have been discriminated against based on what they wear and how they wear their hair. But, honey, tell us about this whole what's going on with Lil Fizz
Slaughter
and April being what? What's going on?
So this is coming from the Shade Room. Monique Slaughter delivers a message to Fizz and April Jones after they confirm their new relationship. Whew. The tea is runneth over. Roommates, let me lay this whole thing out for you guys. Let me tell you, honey. Back in the day, you be lying if you say you didn't know who B2K was. Lil Fizz, Omarion, J Boog, and Razby all had us feeling a way. Fizz and Omarion have remained somewhat close publicly, but probably there was a lot of tricky happening going on behind closed doors, because it seems Fizz and Omarion's ex and mother of his kids, April Jones, may have a whole relationship we didn't know about. Now, the group just wrapped up a reunion tour and it seems like things were fine, but yesterday videos and pictures of April and Fizz surfaced online and people were shook. Videos of the pair in bed together, cuddled up and walking around what looks like could be a home that they share were posted, and everyone had something to say about it, including Fizz's baby mother, Monique Slaughter, another Love and Hip Hop veteran. Monique, took to Instagram to share her congratulations for the pair. Word on the street, though, is this has been going on for some time. There was rumblings about the rumors a while ago, but it seems like it's officially confirmed. April must have gotten Monique's message, because shortly after that passed, she jumped on Instagram Live with her new man's Fizz by her side and told the world that life is to be lived, or translation, it is what it is, y'all. There's no word from Omarion on how he feels about his ex-bandmate and his baby mama shacking up. This whole situation is just messy, and a side of mess to go with that. But like the song goes, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try his friends. Or whatever it was that Aaliyah said. They making the joke. Man. Oh my, no. No.
I feel like it's nobody's business. They grown. Like, I get it. But Monique then went off and been with other women and men after him. It's like you can't get mad if the man found love in her. Then at least it was somebody you know, and not somebody who you gotta get to know. You know what I'm saying?
It's shady though, because now Omarion's gonna be thinking back, like, was he doing this, behind my back when I wasn't around? Like, we have to.
Like,
but
he moved on too and was going with all kinds of girls.
But that, you don't think that's sticky though? Like, dating, that's basically your brother, and you are with his baby mama now. So it's like, that's just gonna be a sticky situation in a nutshell, So it's, I'm happy for him, but I don't agree with it.
Them niggas always shade girls, though. Them niggas. Fucking Marcus Hughes.
Men do that, period.
They was all messing with the little chick of my wife and kids, so they been,
Oh, girl.
The industry, they jump from,
Yeah, they do that. They do that.
Game, so that's why
that's why I said, like, it shouldn't be like, at the end of the day, everybody grown, and regardless how it happened, what they found, like, you should be happy that it's somebody who you genuinely, know. Not saying no shade or whatever. Yeah. Like, these people, then y'all then moved on. Omarion had plenty other girlfriends after that. It's like, damn, like, so she not supposed to move on? So happened to just be Lil Fizz. I mean, people get married to other people's exes all the time.
Bow out in the future.
Right. I mean, come on.
Y'all saying 3
Right. At the end of the day,
that's part of the industry. That's part of the industry shit, though.
Right. So, moving on to Lil Nas X. Huge congratulations to him. He came out of the closet, and if a lot of you don't know what that means, basically he has come out as a gay man. He came out on the last day of Gay Pride Month, which was June 30th, by posting like this little. To me, it was a nice little heartfelt message, along with a video and a new song that he has out, basically about, just being gay. I mean, that's what I took from the whole video and whatnot. Of course, they have been I don't think it was a lot of bad reception behind, him coming out. I think it was a lot of good praises and support. And of course, people made their jokes about it, and it seems like he's not, taking it to heart. Like, he's actually playing along with the jokes and whatnot. And he said, I know he said something about Old Town Road was actually about horses. Like, because, people were saying, like, so this nigga been talking about riding dick all this time. But, I mean, if he was, he letting y'all know he going to take his heart to the Old Town Road, and he going to ride it so he can't no more. I mean, that song could be taken so many ways.
He been said he was getting on Twitter like years back.
Really? Well, I didn't know who he was, and nobody knew who he was until the song came out and it became popular. So,
shout out to him.
Congratulations. What do y'all think about we're seeing like a lot of big time names just being who they are, and he did it so soon, like in the peak of his career, rather than waiting down the line and be like, I'm tired of hiding this.
Congrats,
him, because you do want to be the best star, and project your career on a positive note, and he a cool kid. Song was a hit. He,
his story.
His story is unique, and it's just like who cares really about his sexuality? Right. He is who he is, regardless. Shout out to Lil Nas X,
Shout out to you.
Maybe he get that.
I'm gonna slide my number. I'm gonna slide my number in your DM.
Yeah, they gonna give it to him now. But
I'm gonna shoot my shot and slide my number.
These Kardashians,
girl, I'm sick of them.
Shout out to Clip.
I am sick of them. But basically, Kimora Lee toured them a new one. So we actually have a video. Probably not. But there's nothing really.
Who sat on a golden shitting throne? Like, this is so whack that these bitches think they could go ahead and our men. Mom, they're gonna try to your man in a second. We're not doing this the Kris Jenner way anymore. We gotta change the tone here. Oh, the tone is changed. And if we don't make it known,
look how she's sitting there looking at them like, bitch, shut up.
Be scary. Stop everyone's dick. Call Kanye. That's someone I could actually relate to at the moment. We just needed you to know. So change your attitude. Bye. I think Chloe really held a lot back the first time because she just had a baby and really wasn't able to just let it all out and have that anger. And I feel like she is ready now. Kimora Lee was like, she's like, you guys look weak as you need to get the world scared of you and you need to set the tone. Kylie's best friend who sat on a golden
I don't know what she meant by that, but to me, you cannot control what men are gonna do. That's what I got from the whole thing about what they were talking about. You can't control what they're gonna do. You could be the most boss bitch in the world, but just like we talked about on the last episode,
still gonna be fucking
Tyrone. Still gonna be Tyrone.
Be creeping around. Like
men just right. You can't change him.
But I guess what they saying, like, y'all looking weak, like y'all not giving them what they want, like you need to just be hard up on them. But y'all gotta understand, like, you get what you give. Like you known from taking dudes from they girlfriends and stuff. So what you expect? Like, okay, I get it was her friend, but you can't get mad. Now you can't, like, it's like the pot calling the kettle black. Cause like it's now the shoe on the other foot, and now you feeling some type of way about it. Like you can't really feel played because at the end of the day, you set yourself up for that. You knew who Tristan was before that. You already deal with a ball player. You already know how to get down. So I don't know why you assume that he was any different. Like he left his baby mama, whoever she was before, for you. And what you thought he was gonna do. He is who he is. He looked like a dude you could easily like, you play basketball. He up in my guts afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Time you got something lined up.
Right. He a ball player.
Keep my comments to myself.
Know that girls throw himself. He the man. He feel
right.
Like you ain't gonna really leave me. All you gonna do is be mad. He ain't really worried about you. He's still gonna find a way to make you feel like you loved and he loved you and all that. Like he is not gonna be, something in deep that you're gonna be able to change. So you being mad for what?
Right.
Set yourself up for it.
You can't even. What was it? I lost my train of thought. She can't feel played because how she got in the same way she gonna lose.
Right.
That's all of them, really.
They can't feel played.
They'll be all right. Kimora, you could have really
You could have stayed out of it.
You could have stayed out of that, sister, because
nothing that you should have involved yourself in.
Same way too.
Right. Like how many
maybe that's why she did chime in.
Right. Let me help y'all.
Let me help them. Let me show them.
But it's like at the end of the day, like sometimes people need to mind the business that pays them. I don't know why people is hard up about this kind of situation.
People don't know how to mind their business.
Can't.
They could post about it on social media and do all this, all that, but in reality, people cannot mind their own self-business.
It's like, shout out to Nicole. Get you your mind and your business that pays you gear at Nicole.com.
The business that pays you. It's not.
But I think this was an awesome show.
It was too.
It's a great show.
Shout out to Sideburns for
shout out to you.
Well, certain shit, but
Yeah, you just won't make another appearance for a while.
Right. But shout out to Ghoulmine for submitting that dope music. Shout out to her.
Ghoulmine,
You can follow us on, shout out.
You can follow us on Instagram. We have an Instagram page at Yo What's The. It's DA Word on Instagram. Facebook, What's the Word?
Same.
I mean, if you want to email, if you want to be featured on our show, if you're an upcoming artist that has some dope music, you can always email it to us at
What's the Word?
At gmail.com.
What's the word 504?
Oh, 504 at gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Yeah. Hold up. Definitely shout out to our listeners, fans, and all that. Keep supporting us, and if you want to leave a message to voice your opinion about topics in the future, definitely we're gonna start posting them up. What we talking about, and we can add y'all to the show if y'all do it early enough. We drop our shows every Wednesday, so right here on Anchor FM and every Friday on YouTube. So, Sideburns, you want to give a little shout out?
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Kiss, Dijon. Shout out to the good people of Anchor, be on their airwaves, shout out to them. Shout out to all my supporters. Shout out to all my rap homies. Shout out to my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother. Shout out to my cousins. Shout out to my extended family, shout out to them, Shout out to my...
All right.
Damn, fuck. We need the awards music for him.
But, yeah... Shout out to Nicole.com. Get your merch. Mind the business that pay you shirts, hats, fanny packs, swimsuits, stickers, mugs.
Slides.
We ain't got the slides yet. We working on that shit. We got some new shit on there. New stuff. New merch. New merchandise. We have shirts with the same colors. And then the clothing line is based in Atlanta. We got the Falcon stuff too. Shout out to the Falcons. Shout out to my people in the A. Shout out to American Deli, Magic City, Blue Flame. You know.
That's why we ain't gonna
cut his mic off.
We gonna have so many ads on our videos. But anyway, shout out once again to Ghoulmine for the hot tracks. You can follow her on Twitter at @Ghoulmine, and on Instagram at @J__. And of course, check out all of her music on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Ghoulmine.
No.
And I mean, like I said, it's been a wonderful. Show. Go ahead.
I have an instrumental G-Phone tape, something G. It's on all streaming sites. Just stream it, download it. Don't bootleg my shit. Yeah, check it out. There's 6 tracks. It's only like $5. You know, support. They're not just stream it. You know, it's on the free sites too. Spinrilla, Audio Mac. If y'all don't got it, you know. But yeah, that's it. You know, I ain't no more interruptions. You know.
Well, I hope y'all got y'all daily dose of the word, and the word is mind the business that pays you. Yeah. And shout out to everybody. Keep listening to us. We out of here. Peace.
What's the word? Juices.
What up? It's Ghoulmine and you listening to What's the Word? Shout outs to Kiss and everybody on the show. You know, shout outs to everybody in the world. And we gonna get this bag.